Both OpenAI and Anthropic are officially warning that their latest models are too dangerous to release to the public. So they both cooked up a radioactive supermodel monster in the lab and said they're too powerful to let anyone use. In a sense, this is incredible marketing. They're saying our models are too good, too powerful, our technology is too incredible. That's one way to drum up buzz before their competing IPOs. Teasing a Godzilla model and telling everyone you're the only one who can keep it on a leash. But in another sense, it's a very real warning that super intelligent AI is getting a little too super intelligent for safety. So welcome to the season premiere of what I like to call America's Next Top Model. Let me explain what's actually in the lab and what's scary about these potential LLMs gone wild. So Anthropic trained Mythos as a general purpose model. They codenamed it Capybara during development, which is a nice friendly name for the most dangerous model anyone has ever apparently built. It was trained to just do the normal things, reasoning, coding, math, the usual. But when they tested it, they discovered that it had teeth. It could find and exploit software vulnerabilities better than any human alive. They created a superpowered cyber monster. It's like that scene in every monster movie where the scientist looks at his creation and realizes they can't put it back in the petri dish. Mythos found thousands of zero-day bugs in software, including critical severity flaws in Windows, Mac OS, Chrome, Firefox, Safari. Some of these had been sitting undiscovered for decades, so basically they just gave your favorite executive assistant chatbot laser vision and super strength. One example, Mythos found a 27-year-old bug in OpenBSD, which is an operating system specifically designed to be difficult to hack. Internet routers and secure firewalls all around the world use OpenBSD's code because it is so secure. There was a bug that sat there for 27 years. No human, no automated tool found it, but the great Mythos found it. A vulnerability in a popular video software program that automated testing tools had scanned 5 million times without catching. Mythos found a critical bug on the first pass. Do you wonder what Mythos could find out about you? I do. And in many cases, the model went beyond finding the bugs. It also developed working exploits. So it could not just spot the door, it could also break into the house and disable the security. One CTO put it pretty simply: what once took months now happens in minutes with AI. Wait until that's seconds. We're about to live in a world that is built on vibe-coded AI slop backends. Good God. So Anthropic privately warned senior government officials that Mythos makes large-scale cyber attacks significantly more likely this year. And then they launched Project Glasswing, which is giving 50 tech companies, including Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, NVIDIA, and CrowdStrike, all early access to Mythos so that they can scan and patch their systems before someone weaponizes the same capabilities. That's $100 million in usage credits as a cybersecurity expense account just to make sure that the systems are secure. The idea is let the defenders use it before attackers get something similar. And then 2 days later, we also found out that OpenAI is finalizing its cybersecurity product with the same limited release approach. The timing is truly remarkable. Anthropic spent weeks coordinating a responsible disclosure framework, building a coalition of 50 companies, and warning the government. OpenAI waited for Anthropic to make the announcement and then said, oh, we also have one of those for what it's worth. Axios was polite about it in their reporting, but the internet as a whole was less polite. Outlets have called it a Mr. Me Too move on Sam Altman and OpenAI's part, like they're riding Anthropic's coattails to make sure that they don't get left behind in the news cycle. But if you step back from the rivalry for a second, which is always hard for me, the bigger story is what both of these announcements signal about where we are. So for 7 years, since OpenAI withheld GPT-2 in 2019, no major AI lab has said we built something too dangerous to release. But now 2 of them are saying it in the same week. And the dangerous capability emerged not from specialized training that was supposed to equip them accordingly, but from the same general improvements that every lab is pursuing. Anthropic said explicitly that Mythos was not trained for cybersecurity. It just got good enough. It got smart enough. Hacking became a side effect. Codebrain is too big, which means that every lab building frontier models, Google, Meta, the Chinese labs, they're going to hit the same capability threshold. Some of them will handle it responsibly, but some of them won't. Open source Chinese models will arrive a few months later by copying our homework without anybody gaining access. So the attacks are coming. It's just a matter of how prepared we are when they do. Anthropic's own chief scientist said, as the slogan goes, this is the least capable model we'll have access to in the future. The name Glasswing actually comes from a butterfly that uses transparent wings to hide in plain sight, like vulnerabilities that are buried in code for decades that nobody could see until now. Honestly, they have a good naming guide, Anthropic. Is that someone's job? Is that like in a job description? So all of this is happening during a live war where Iran has been attacking data centers. The federal cybersecurity agency that's supposed to defend against exactly this kind of threat is being defunded as part of the partial government shutdown at the exact moment where this threat is escalating. And the models that could help defend critical systems are being held behind closed doors by private companies who are competing with each other for credit. So America's next top model is a supermodel radioactive monster that can hack every operating system on Earth, allegedly. Needless to say, the season finale is going to be interesting.